Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. We are here, of course, with StarLadder Star Series. It is still Season 8. We are at day 15, and this is the third game of 5 games that we see today. Alliance versus Sigma International. Yes, this is one of our blockbuster games, and of course, for one of these games, I am not by myself. I am joined by none other than Dreyh. Welcome back.
Thank you, Shiver.
So this is our blockbuster game. Of course, two teams that are doing very well lately. Alliance, your TA3 champions. Sigma, the team that has been... they're performing really well. They just haven't been able to get the number 1 spots. But they've been in the top 4 almost all the time. So, taking a look at their scores, it actually shows that as well. Sigma has got 1 loss to their name. They've played 6 in total. So 5 wins, 1 loss. And Alliance has actually lost twice. They have had a bit of a down spell on Friday, where they lost against the Huskar, and they lost against Mousesports earlier on then. So they are actually doing a little bit worse than Sigma, but they have played more games. They've played 9 games in total, 7 games won, 2 games lost. So both teams still in that running towards going for the top 4, and of course the top 4 makes it to Kiev, and this could be, maybe for later on, one of the deciding games, or at least could be the one game that will decide who ends up higher than the other, who has to worry later on in the season, and who doesn't. So who's your favorite? Oh, actually, I just realized what I'm asking, and
Are you really gonna ask that? I'm gonna give you a chance to rephrase that question.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Who do you think is the stronger team at the moment?
Really? No, I'm kidding. I think Alliance looks really strong now, especially since they started to dare to draft a little bit different. And I think some of the losses that they have won against Mousesports, came out of this trying new things era. So I wasn't really worried. And they played really good in the other league. Let's see, was that the D2L league versus Fnatic? Yeah, sorry. And they really showed a great performance there. So of course, I'm always rooting for Alliance, and I'm always going to say good things about Alliance, but I really think I can back it up with facts today as well.
Yeah, Sigma has been looking very strong too, though. Alliance, you're right. Since I think this week, starting last Monday, they started coming out with a very tanky-ish lineup, and then everybody for Vanguards and just running at the enemy. It was a total different Alliance. It kind of works against them, as you said on Friday. But yeah, they have been trying new things. I think they're still trying to find the right turn for that. But they look strong. On the other side, Sigma, with their Bane, with the Mirana, those are 2 heroes that they are so incredibly comfortable with. It is unreal. And of course, Sigma, they have used the Mirana in the mid lane. They've used it on the safe lane. They've used it on the off lane. Anything can go with that hero. It is a very scary one to go up against. I think Alliance is going to be pretty happy with their Bristleback pickup, though. I'm kind of curious to see if we're going to see a Slark from either of these 2 teams.
Yeah, I saw Slark being picked up a lot lately, or maybe not a lot, but sometimes at least. And I'm not really familiar with that hero to the extent that I can say what it can do in competitive matches, but apparently it has been working out well for a lot of teams.
Yeah, diving on their towers without being seen. That's a pretty good thing to be able to do, to be honest. We still have them in the pool. It is the Chen and the Enchantress that got banned out. They are expecting to have EGM perhaps on the Crystal Maiden and still Aki hero picked up. I'm actually kind of thinking that perhaps we're going to see an IO. We've seen Alliance go for the IO in combination with the Bristleback, and just that overcharge, like the relocate is secondary at that point, but the overcharge is the thing that I feel Alliance is really picking that IO for if they do it in combination with the Bristleback. It's just so scary, and you can even go aggressive tri-lane with an IO, which is normally not really a hero that you go aggressive tri-lane with. But if you have got that Bristleback there, and you've got him, he's already very tanky, and if you're gonna make him take 30% less damage, well, good luck trying to kill him.
Yeah, I see them they like that as well, but I don't like it so much. Oh, there's your Slark.
There he is. We've actually seen Loda play Slark for Alliance, though, not a mid-hero, so perhaps we're gonna see still Loda play Slark and Bristleback played by either S4 or Bulldog. I think S4 played him last time we saw him. Not 100% sure.
No, but I think it was Bulldog.
Okay. Then they will be Bulldog Bristleback. And that means maybe aggressive tri-lane. Offlane Bristleback by himself can survive for a very long time as well, though I do like the Slark pickup. I do.
I don't know, I'm not a big fan of this hero yet, but maybe I will learn now, since my favorite team is playing.
Yep. You'll learn to love it. I don't think there's any other way. He is just making for such aggressive play. If he gets ahead early on, there's very little stopping him, which is actually can also be considered a bad thing, of course, because you want to be able to have comebacks being possible. And maybe with the Slark getting out of control, it's kind of not. But you'll learn to love him, I'm sure.
Okay, I trust you, Shiva.
That's good. We are going to see a bit of a standard draft from Sigma, though. VIII picked up, so they've got the nukes, they've got the disables, they've got the arrows. It's all good. They can go here for a safe trial lane, they go here for an aggressive trial lane. Put Miranda on the offlane by herself, put dual lanes. They have a lot of options open. The only thing that we can say for sure is that Bane and the VIII are indeed supports. And therefore it's fairly easy for Alliance to ban out maybe their last ban, to just ban out a mid-hero that they do not want to face. And they're not really giving away that much themselves, because Slark can also be played at different places. I love the Shadow Demon pickup.
It's really good versus Bane and Mirana as well, I guess.
Sorry, go ahead.
But this crab guy, who is that? Is that EGM or is it someone else?
It's EGM.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure about that.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure it is EGM, but I mean that Shadow Demon, I'm liking the combination, just the hero pickup. It is purely against what Sigma has right now. If someone's gonna get Fiend Script and arrowed, Shadow Demon is there to keep him safe. It basically undoes everything Sigma does.
I like it. Even though it's a little bit boring, but I think they can make it fun.
I think so too. You can even set up for pounds with the Slark, perhaps, as the Doom actually gets picked up by Sigma. So we've seen Doom in the off lane, we've seen him in the safe lane. I'm expecting him to be, in this case, in the safe lane with Miguel on the Mirana, and then Bane and VIII wherever they are needed. So either safe lane or aggressive try. It depends also what Alliance is going to do. And I feel like Alliance is still missing their mid-hero. S4, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Night Stalker coming out, because a silence is very strong here. And if you combine that up with the fact that Alliance probably wants to run at people again, like they have been doing in the last couple of days, that second nighttime is perfect timing for that. At that point, Slark should have his core items up, and of course his levels as well. Bristleback, same story. And then it's nighttime, and then you can just start running at people. You can silence up the Doom or Bane or Mirana. Anything goes. And it's yeah. It's pretty good indeed. Puck is the last ban out for Alliance, at least. That's a silence banned out.
I can't say more than I agree with you. It should be a good pick here with Night Stalker. Other picks though, can we just think about something else before it's too late?
If it's not a Night Stalker, Clockwork is still in the pool. He has been doing that as well. But I mean, if you're gonna go something totally different, perhaps they're lacking ranged heroes. So a ranged hero wouldn't be too bad. Perhaps even a Storm Spirit to go zip up on the Doom and silence him up with an Orchid before he can do anything. And just go aggressive. I do think that there needs to be a kind of aggressiveness in the hero that they choose to pick up. Okay, that's absolutely not what I meant. This is like the anti of aggressiveness. Dragonite is one of the safest mid-heroes that you can think of. On the upside, he is a semi-range once he gets level 6, of course.
Yeah, but I agree with what you said there. I don't like this Dragonite pick up so much. I mean, S4 can, of course, play a good Dragonite, but I think it's better when he is more aggressive, as you said, Storm or Night Stalker or whatever.
Yeah, I guess he mainly brings some pushing potential, which is not something that they had in the other heroes. So with that extra pushing power, they can get successful ganks with the Slark and the Bristleback, or get successful kills, I should say then, and then just push the tower afterwards. Shadowfiend will be the hero for Sigma, and that will be a good hero to go up against the Dragonite. I mean, he should be able to get his souls, and that's a very good pick from Sigma. They're gonna force the Alliance's supports to rotate as well, which means that if there is gonna be an aggressive trial lane, either that Shadowfiend is gonna get out of control, or the supports will leave the aggressive trial lane, and then the Doom will get free farm, because that's the one that is playing the safe lane in this case.
Yeah, but I don't know, Shadowfiend can also be such a victim in these games. I mean, Shadow Demon is not the best ganker for him, maybe, but just Crystal Maiden is enough with Dragonite to kill him off.
That's true. Just needs the time to rotate. Also depends on what Sigma is gonna do with their lanes, of course. If they are gonna run an aggressive tri lane, they might force the supports to stick around that top lane all the time. And with that, creating space for the Shadow Fiend to get big without having to worry about rotating enemy supports. Let's take a look at who is playing what, as I'll introduce to you Sigma, as we do have Miguel playing the Mirana. We've got Sokshka playing the Doom, now known as Paris. He actually mentioned at some point that he wanted to be called Paris, but he is still Sokshka, of course. Mad will play the Bane. It will be Pass taken on the Visage, and that means that I'm assuming, I mean, he did have the, yeah, he does have the thingy tag, the Sigma tag, so I'm assuming that this is Fada. Fada is Sigma, right? Am I right now completely out of my mind?
You're completely right. I checked it up. It's Fada.
Okay, cool. We have a nice rotation coming up from Alliance, by the way. Let's take a look at if they're gonna be able to find someone here. Disruption, of course, to catch someone. Hello! That's gonna be the first one there. In comes everybody. They still want to go for Miguel. They get the Dragon Tail off. The Pounce is there as well. Miguel leaps, but still goes down. Bulldog with the kill with this Quills. Looking for Paris as well. He's already got 3 stacks of the Quills, and this hurts. This hurts like hell. There's gonna be a couple more, and I don't think they can run from that. Maybe they can, maybe they can. They're not gonna try and dive that one, not past the line of vision. Alliance get themselves the first blood on the board. Don't give anything away apart from mana and health, of course, but they will be catching up because they have got a Crystal Main, and if she skills Aura, well, then everybody will get his mana back. Well, that's a good start for Alliance for sure. Doesn't look like they're gonna run an aggressive tri-lane though. And I did introduce everybody of Sigma, right? Did I forget anybody? No.
I think you did, actually. You want me to continue with Alliance?
Yes, please.
So we have Loda on Slark, of course, playing in the top lane. S4 in the middle on the Dragon Knight. In the bot lane we have Admiral Bulldog playing the Bristleback, and I think he got the first spot as well. And the 2 supports, Ake playing the Maiden, he's going to be in the forest a lot in the beginning. And of course EGM playing the Shadow Demon, and he's going to be up helping Loda get his farm.
Yeah, he already got a bit of harassment going on here up on Mad, who's, because of those illusions, not able to get in range of the experience just yet. But it's not too bad. I mean, Miguel will want to have some experience for himself, get himself level 2. He was forced to pick up Leap as a level 1 spell, of course. It's not too bad, especially not up against a Slark. If you have fast enough reactions, you can leap away before the Pounce actually hits. But it's still probably not one that he would normally spec first. Especially not with that Bane around there. Want to have that arrow, just in case you can get that combination going on one of the supports of your enemy team.
Yeah, I agree. He's going to get level 2 here anyway, but it's always a risk if you have to pick Leap and you can't really be aggressive towards the enemies, so... I don't really know which lane is better here. Which lane do you rather play here, Shiver? In the top?
In the top, I like... Because of that leap skill, I mean, I guess I'd rather play top. I know that the bottom, this combination is... Like, wait a second. That's a nice nightmare coming out from Matt. The Dark Pact will still go on though, but it's not enough to get the kill. No Essence Shift. I guess with the Essence Shift he might have been able to get a kill, but not can do now. But I mean, the combination of the Mirana Bane is of course very strong, with the Nightmare followed up by an arrow. That's, you know, classic 101 ganking. But with the Disruption Pounce, I kind of feel they can put out more damage than Mad and Miguel can with the 2 of them, even with that brain step there.
Yeah, it's kind of both really offensive and both through the defensive lanes, and in that the defensive matter, I think Shadow Demon wins over Bane, even though sleep is a good thing.
No, defensive indeed. Well, that depends. I guess if Bane if Shadow Demon is the one that they go on, he cannot disrupt himself, obviously.
Oh, look at bottom.
Oh.
This Doom is getting so much damage.
He pops himself. He'll be able to live because of that, but oh my god, this Bristleback, he can actually get a kill. No, stick charges will keep him up. Soul Summoner comes out. Bulldog is not giving up though, and that's actually gonna be overextension from Doom because he came back. Oh, one more quill. Can't get it. He will go down to the tower.
No.
That was so close to getting 2 kills. In the end, he'll just be too aggressive and will give his own life away. In the meantime, Bristleback goes down. Oh, sorry, yeah, Bane goes down to the top lane. That was a good kill with Aki rotating in to help out. Wasn't even needed for that though, but still helps with getting the kill. And Miguel just left to his devices, will be continuing to farm by himself. They almost got Loda, but he's got a salve, he'll be fine.
Yeah, and Bulldog is so aggressive down here. I'm really enjoying him and the way he's playing right now. He should just keep going. Show that Visage who's in charge.
Yeah, it's gonna get slowed down. The tower will now start attacking him, but it doesn't really matter. It's attacking him on his bristleback, so...
Oh, we missed a kill on Miggle?
Yeah, the disruption came out. It doesn't even look like Loda was involved at all. This was just a solo kill of the Shadow Demon. That is actually quite insane and very good for the Shadow Demon. I'm thinking he also got solo experience, but can't tell for sure. In the meantime, Doom will be rotating back bottom, making Bulldog's life a bit more miserable. Matt is actually smoked up. Wasn't able to find the Dragon Knight on the mid lane, and oh my god. Oh my god! He just misclicked, he accidentally double clicked, and therefore Aki can just run and live. Wow.
Oh my god, that was bad. That was bad.
That was kind of bad, yes. Not a kind of play that you would expect on this level, as we do have some pings coming out in S4, and perhaps they want to take him down. Crystal Maiden is still around here though, and with S4, almost, well, yeah, well, with S4 with a double damage rune, if they can manage to turn this around, it will be very painful. The Dragon Tail actually comes out. The double damage rune is here. Breathe Fire, Frostbite, that's gonna be a kill, going the way of Alliance, as Mad will be the next target. Nice slow coming out from Pasta, it should be enough, or unless a disruption. Soulcatcher, S4, can he get another Dragon Tail in? Yes he can. Nice Nightmare coming out from Mad. Still though, Pass in a lot of trouble, and he will go down with one more hit if S4 can get it. No, Crystal Maiden will take it instead. Still, Aki took a nice burst from that soul assumption, but it doesn't really matter. Supports might drop low, but S4 is still alive and kicking, and he just got himself, well, 2 assists and a kill. And a kill.
And this is the difference between Alliance now and if you look 2 or 3 weeks back. Sorry for being the fanboy, but it's not really that. This is a serious analysis. I mean, they look so much more ready for fights and ready to TP in and ready to support each other in a different way that they didn't do between them being awesome and now, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I fully agree. Everybody is always ready from very early on. I mean, it's one of the... It's one of the biggest things, for example, that they had not going for them at DreamHack, was that when they were facing Na'Vi, for example, they were just not prepared for the aggression coming out from that team. So they definitely made a change in that style, for sure. They've got 3 people here in the bottom lane with Crab and...
mid?
Oh, S4.
Oh, that arrow was so close.
Miguel rotating in, but, I mean... Fada just took a big beating as well. He will have a salve. Doesn't get it ticked off. Still the supports hang around. But EGM and Aki are of course scouted out because there is an observer ward sitting right there. So they know this. And they are looking for counter initiation. But on the other side, there's also a ward right there keeping track of Mad. They just haven't seen past yet, I think. But we'll see who gets out ahead. I mean, if this fight lasts long enough, if there is going to be a 3-on-3 fight, the longer the fight, the more it favors the Lions because of that bristleback.
Definitely.
And he's actually level 6 as well, while Soxcar is not level 6 just yet.
Paris is his real name though.
Paris. Ici Paris. Ooh, a nice attempted pounce for Loda, but as said, that leap is gonna keep Miguel safe every time. It's just reaction times, and at this level you should be having the reaction times to leap away from the pounce. So the only way you're gonna be able to get him is if you get that leap on cooldown first. In the meantime, S4 is sitting on 22-1 compared to the Shadow Fiend, who's sitting on 39-17. Of course, some of those are jungle creeps, but it's still a very big difference. Shadow Fiend, highest last hitter on the map.
Well, that's the risk always with SF. You have to keep killing him because he's such a good farmer, and the player as well is probably good. So, there's an initiation on SF in mid.
Yeah, Nightmare actually is going to be there as well. Raze is flying through. Is there going to be an arrow? No, S4. He knows he's going to die. He just wants to take down the Shadow Fiend with him. He won't be able to do it though in the creeps. They can't do it either. 9 health is what he has. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, we might have a dive going. Indeed, they are looking for Doom. Soulcatcher hits upon the Doom as well, but the Moonlight Shadow will keep them safe. Is there any detection? No, there is not. That means that they can try, they can try to turn this around, but the disruption comes out. Pass won't be able to do that. Moonlight Shadow is about to run out, so Alliance should be backing up. EGM is still stuck here though. He's trying to run for it. Still Doom level 5, and he is going to be very pissed about that one, because otherwise he would have had a kill, I think.
They chickened out. They should have kept going there. I'm disappointed.
Too many people coming in, with even the Bane now rotating back in. There's 4 heroes bottom, so I don't blame them. There's even the Mirana around here, looking for some arrows. And they have the ward to see her rotate, so they should be very safe and very careful right now.
That was so. It was good of S4 though to see that he would be dying anyway and try to get to the SF, but he didn't get it. And my son is not really realizing what is that I'm live here.
Well, that's okay, it happens. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, it's the best you can do. Unfortunately, he did not get the kill in the end, but well, better to have died and tried than to have not died at all. Tried it all. Wow, I felt like the saying that there is better to have loved and lost. Like, you know, that one. I was doing that in English with trying. Didn't really work out. So yeah, at least he tried. Good on him. I am kind of expecting, or rather anticipating, the rotation from Loda. He managed to pick up the tower, which is great. He's just been left alone for the moment. He's got himself the drums and a magic wand. I'm just curious, when is he gonna rotate, and it's like, how much of an impact will he have? Because he's still second highest on the net worth, and I think he can just make so much happen. And right now they're giving time to that Shadow Fiend to get ahead, and I don't know, I'm hoping that he is going to rotate and make things happen, and that there's going to be more fight. But first there's going to be fight middle, because the Shadow Fiend is getting ganked off. Wow, with that Soul Catcher on there. That is so much damage coming out from the level 4 Breathe Fire. S4 didn't even get the kill. It was Shadow Demon that took it.
And this is the interesting part with SF. You can't really tell that he was the highest farmer in this game from that fight. It's like you doesn't even see it. Oh, he didn't dare to jump in.
He didn't dare to jump surviving. In. Nice disruption, Mad. He's gonna be able to put himself in a nightmare if he wants to. Yeah, still in the frostbite though, still taking a bit of damage, and will still end up getting picked up by S4. Too close by. Miguel now out of mana, will have to rotate back and not try any arrows anymore. And there's your rotation right there. Loda, he pounces, doesn't get Doom with it though. Doom actually did use the Doom, didn't get Bulldog, because I'm assuming that's gonna be his Doom target, but didn't get the kill in the end.
Yeah, Bulldog is just staying there, I don't know. That was funny. But again, I think that Bane made a misclick.
Well, did he? Looks like, I think Doom is actually gonna live. No, there's gonna be a frostbite coming out for Maki. That should be enough to get him killed. Mechanism comes out still, but it doesn't really matter. Or Moonlight Shadow. Nice sentry ward being plugged in, but it's in range of the tower, so it will die. There's a good Nightmare. But Nightmare taking over, so Arrow will miss. Pounce comes in, starts him still. Loda, whoa, burst it down. Now this is the time for Sigma to try and find some more. They get themselves a Crystal Maiden as well. Bulldog and S4 still on the run. It's not really a good thing to chase down a Bristleback though. Breathe Fire comes out, nice familiar disables. S4 taking quite a bit of a pounding as the arrow hits upon Bulldog. Matt's still fully alive, looks for the kill on S4. Miguel though, he'll be the one to try and want to take it, but a triple kill goes to the Shadow Fiend. His raises are able to pick up almost everybody. The only one that lives to tell the tale is EGM on a Shadow Demon. And that was the fight that Sigma really desperately needed.
Yeah, definitely. This made the match much more interesting. And I don't know, this Shadow Fiend, you expecting to go instantly for BKB? I think that's a bad pickup. Maybe he should go for some kind of initiation, I don't know. But that was a nice fight for Sigma and a bad fight for Alliance, of course.
On the upside for Sigma, or for Alliance rather, I mean, every time that they have been able to do something, Alliance, as you can tell, I mean, they have picked up all tier 1 towers right now. This Dragon Knight pick definitely worked out with help of pushing the mid tier 1 tower down. Bottom tier 1 tower dropped, top tier 1 tower dropped, and on their side, all towers are still standing. And that's the main reason why we see everybody, or every core rather, of Alliance higher on the net worth than the cores of Sigma. And if they can make sure that even if they might lose some fights, as long as they can make sure that Sigma cannot afterwards try and push down a tower, they're going to hold on to their map control, going to keep that farming space wide open while they're kind of shutting down Sigma's farming space. And in that case, well, I would say Alliance would have the game in their pocket if they can slow down the farmings of Sigma, because I think, I mean, Doom as a carry, I kind of like it, but he went for Mechanism first, so he's not going to be the one to be the main damage dealer. That's going to be all coming from that Shadow Fiend, and that's also a reason why I'm, well, I was going to say I'm hoping that he's not going to buy a BKB, but he is. I guess he has to stay alive from countering the Slark and the Dragon Tails and something.
Yeah.
But Mirana is not going to be the one to do the
now.
damage. Yeah, there is a Fiend Script on the board, so they could.
What I want to say about this BKB is that I'm guessing that the Dragon Knight is going to go in first and stun up this SF, and then it doesn't matter if you have a BKB or not. I think BKB is bad in this setup. I mean, you should start with something so you can go first instead, and then get a BKB. That's my opinion at least.
Perhaps they can initiate with the Moonlight Shadow, turn on BKB and Requiem of Souls. That would be a way to go if you want to initiate with the BKB. In the meantime, arrows are being thrown at Roshan because it looks like Sigma is very well aware of what Alliance was attempting there. They've got the medallion picked up, I believe. Did they not? No, they did not. Never mind. I really thought they had. I guess the medallion was picked up on the Visage. Yep, it was on the wrong side. Pass has it. So we might see Sigma trying to go for Roshan soon. They'll first try to see if they can take a tier 1 tower. I'm thinking Alliance, they want to defend this. They still have the fortification used right now. They're already grouping up, gathering to try and fight this. S4 will be the one to initiate. Just looking for the Dragon Tail. If you can find it, that will be the start of the fight. But so far they're just forcing them away, which apparently seems to be all that Alliance is wanting to do.
Yeah, Loda is farming top, and then that Crystal Nova is doing so much damage, and of course Bristleback doing some quills is enough to keep them away, I think.
Yeah, it seems to be. Apparently Sigma doesn't want it to be. Arrows are still flying. They're missing though. Miguel not getting one of those lined up. Wow, that Nova indeed.
Whoa.
Soxka and Miguel are gonna be really scared right now. I mean, they might even be forced to pop the mech if they still want to go for this. Soxka will need to. And actually, Loda, where are you headed, my friend? Is he gonna try and find himself a pickoff? Someone who tries to retreat? He's not gonna be able to find anybody right now. What are you expecting him to build, by the way? He picked up the ultimate orb, and I dare I say Scotty? First time?
Yeah, I think Scotty. Yeah, I think Scotty is a typical Loda item.
That is true.
Are you laughing at my son? Yeah, he's tired.
Yeah, I can tell, but also, I mean, I'm also laughing at a typical Loda item. It's actually, I would say, a typical Loda item since this week. Since their new playstyle. I would say, you know, Scotty's. Before that, it was a typical Fnatic item. They built Scotty.
Yeah, now I actually think he's gonna get a Lincoln Sphere here against Doom, but it would be cool with an Scotty as well.
Yes. Let's take a look actually. Did he actually pick something else up next to the orb? No. There is a mechanism being built by Bristleback. He actually has enough for it. He buys the recipe, so that will be a mech ready for Alliance as well. Puts him on even ground because of course Doom had his mech a while ago. Can take some team fights. Roshan again attempted by Alliance. Sigma this time not in range to try and do something about it. The only downside is, I mean, the only minus armor that they can put up is the snot, basically. The vicious nasal goo snot. So it's not really all that much, especially not since it's only level 1 and not level 3. So, well, it's not as fast as you might expect it to be. Arrow will actually fly, not hit though. Moonlight Shadow coming in. They want to try this. Is there a sentry ward down? Aki, place your sentry ward. You might want to need it. You might want to have it. Age is still picked up by Loda, and they're going to go in for this. They pounce. They go for the Doom. The sentry ward is standing in the middle right there. That's going to be Mirana dead as well. Fiend Script, not going to happen because there is going to be a disruption. Freezing field from Aki. Mad tries to live but won't be able to. He actually nightmared his own illusion. They still lose Bulldog with that, but that was an insane fight. Triple kill for Loda. There's a couple of mistakes from Sigma, but
team wipe.
Team wipe indeed.
I just have to mention Aki's position in that fight. He stood so like long into the fight, and he knew that no one could put the Fiend Scrap on him, no one could put the Doom on him. So he's playing like he's playing so good. He won the start of that fight. Really nice play by Aki.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, Sigma, you can wonder why they still went in after the Roshan already went down, so that we were fighting up against a team that already won quite a few fights against them, that had an Aegis as well. And on top of that, I mean, Mad Fiend Script, well, the disruption wasn't used yet, and he wanted to get away, he wanted to nightmare Aki, but nightmared an illusion instead, his own illusion, to be honest. So that means he nightmared another Bane. Basically.
Yeah, Bucking Mad has not been on his game this at all. He has missed so many times. And what I want to say was, when you're picking that fight at Russian and you don't think the Russian has fallen yet, and you're already on your way in, it's so hard to make the decision to turn around and not pick the fight. Even Alliance did that just recently, taking a bad fight. I think it was in Dream League finals, just because they were on their way into Russian. The enemies take the Russian, and you can't just back off if you're like in the mood and you go in and you feed like Sigma that did now.
Yeah. Oh, Loda, hello. Finds himself Shadow Fiend, who's gonna try to teleport out. Perhaps he can actually. Yep. After that Dark Pack, there's not that much left anymore that Loda can do in terms of burst damage. His whole team is coming in though, and they're gonna try and take down some more towers. I mean, all the tier 1s were already dead. Looking for some tier 2s, and here comes the problem, because Sigma, they're kind of forced to stand around the tier 2, because, you know, if there's gonna be a fight, they need to all be there. And better yet, they maybe try to find their own fight. Matt puts himself in a nightmare, nicely done. Will still end up going down though. Dragon Knight to take the damage. Moonlight Shadow might help Sigma stay alive in this fight, but it's not going to be enough for the Doom. He'll get picked up. Maybe Bulldog will die. He has got the Doom on him, but if he does, there's going to be people around him that can deny him. Sentry Ward gets placed. They're not backing off. Arrow hits upon the Shadow Demon, which is good. Otherwise, it would have maybe hit up on Bulldog, who is indeed still alive. Has got a full bottle as well. Another pounce. That's a Shadow Demon gone. Age is taken in return for it, but a worthy trade. Miguel, 1 health, never mind,
well
0 health. Shadow Demon with the last hit still flying, and that's gonna be another team wipe. The only one living right now is a Bane and a Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend bought back. Bane already back alive from being dead as the first target on Sigma. And Alliance, they're just not seemingly leaving this. And they're gonna go again. Soul Catcher on freeze grip on the Shadow Demon even. But I don't think that the rest of Alliance minds. Maybe Loda minds, because he's now brain sapped and he's now dead, so that's gonna be this cue for Alliance to back off. And in the end, they didn't even get the tier 2 tower. They did get a team wipe and then some though. And maybe they're gonna lose S4 as well.
S4 is dead too, I think.
Yeah, Nightmare coming out from him. In comes some Frost Armor helping out. S4 tries to run for it, but no can do. An arrow will snipe him off from the sidelines. Miguel with the kill, his first kill of the game. But overall, I mean, that was another time where Alliance just fought and they won. Sigma chose to fight. They could have just let their tier 2 tower go, but they weren't willing to. In the end though, getting the Slark and a Dragon Knight is not even that bad. Of course, giving up your entire team for it. Debatable,
yeah, well,
but
I think Buckingham just made up for some of his mistakes there. He gripped the Shadow Demon, and I thought, what the heck is he doing? But that was actually really smart, because his team could then push away them, the Alliance, and they actually got 2 kills, both on the Slark and the Dragon Knight. I mean, that's 2 good kills, so nice play from Bane there.
Yeah, in the meantime, it looks like Doom is running away here from Hate Train. Bulldog and Loda coming in. Nice arrow, hits upon Bulldog. Doesn't stop Loda from chasing down Paris though. Chasing down Shuxka. In comes the Doom after the pounce though, but they shouldn't be able to get the kill anymore. Or will they? In the meantime, there's a Shadow Demon being chased down. Nicely picked off. In the meantime, Bulldog will see the Doom teleport away. Pass, stunned up, arrow will fly, taken by S4. And that's gonna be past that. They stuck around, they were fighting one-on-one across the map. In the end, it's a trade though. It is a Shadow Demon for a Visage, so an even trade. And if Sigma can get this tier 1 tower, which it looks like they can with a double damage room, that will be a big thing for them, because when the tower starts falling, and if they can get the other tier 1s as well, then they will start getting some more of their core items up, some more of their core gold, because they are very far behind in that.
Yeah, and now Shadow Fiend gets his BKB, which is, I think it's a good item now, because they're so pressured. So maybe they can do something more with that, but I think he got his ult off the last fight anyway. Let's see what happens mid now.
Yeah, Frostbite up on Matt. The Nightmare is still up there on Bulldog though. Nice disruption coming out. Demonic Purge. They want to get Mirana, but Miguel already jumped himself out. Sentry Wards have plenty. 2 Sentry Wards placed within seconds of each other. They're still looking for them. Miguel, his Moonlight Shadow has run out, but he is fast enough to run for it. Well, Alliance all back in the middle lane again. Everybody is here. And this time they should be taking this tower. No problem. Tower denied. Familiars. Nice. Very nicely done indeed. Well, they're gonna rotate.
I like
to
how
last tier 2.
Bulldog plays this Bristleback. He's almost too cocky with it, but I don't care. It's Bristleback. You're supposed to be cocky with it. Oh, yeah. Now he got Vanguard, Mech, and a Cloak. He should be cocky. That should be his only job for the rest of this game.
Yeah, trying to bait out all the nukes on him. Let's see if he can do it. We're waiting for the creep wave. Gonna try and take down the second last tier 2 tower. I mean, this is something just that they can do right now. They can just try to take down the towers and then wait for the next Roche to be up, if they even need to wait, depending on, of course, how long it takes before Roche is up. Let's see how far they get. Sigma, though, apparently. Oh, nice, nice ticking off the Lincolns. I wonder if that was intentional just to tick off the Lincolns, because it was just a soul assumption level 1, or with no assumptions, basically.
With no assumptions.
No
It
souls,
sounded funny, I don't
say.
know why.
Guess no souls. Oh. Yeah, they're gonna go for this. In comes Loda already pouncing up on Matt, so that's not gonna be a Fiend Script. He's actually still on cooldown. S4, turn on his BKB. Shadow Demon is the first one to die, but oh, actually, they get Bristleback as well. It's 3 for 1. Miguel, still Dragon Tilt, can't leap anymore, will get picked off apparently. It's gonna be a 3-on-2, and now S4 and Loda need to run away because there's the last 2 alive, and I feel like they just could have left the Bane alone, but I mean, they figured he still had a Fiend Script, which he didn't. That was a great fight from Sigma, to be honest. I mean, I wasn't expecting them to be that convincing. But the Requiem of Souls did a lot of damage. There's lack of BKBs. I mean, oh. Pounds. Pass. Trouble. Dragon 2 coming out in the Shadow Fiend so they can focus some more on the Visage. Is there enough damage? Yes, there is. There is for sure. And Loda just tries to run for it. A Shadow Dance blocking his exit, and he will be okay. And all of a sudden, it's an even trade again.
Yeah. That was a nice pickup. I thought Loda would die there, actually. Something which is... Oh! Fuck Map.
Loda comes back in. Map! His Nightmare, is it gonna be enough? Oh! S4! Taking the Nightmare over. Now getting Feast Script as well. Is there a disruption? Yes, there is. That's gonna be Bane still dead. Loda making sure he gets the kill. The rest of Alliance coming back to the fight to join their comrades. No buybacks were used for that one. That chase took long enough for people to be alive again before the fight started again.
Yeah, and it seems like they don't want to stop fighting. They just keep on going. I like it. I wanted to mention that the Doom picked up actually an Ice Armor creep, which is a really good creep versus Sloric. Gives 8 armor and the move slow and attack slow is there, of course. And I think that that's a good thing to have in the fights here.
Yeah, I think we actually saw it with Speed and MLG in Columbus, where indeed Envy was playing the Doom. And he was just armoring everybody constantly, and there was so much armor going around that people were almost impossible to kill. Another centaur placed in vicinity of the tower, so that's still quite awkward, but this Moonlight Shadow shouldn't be allowing any element of escape or any element of surprise for Alliance, so, well, I guess successful, because now Moonlight Shadow is on cooldown, and Sigma, all they got with it is that they got a nice line going here, like whoever crosses the line will be a dead man. Arrow. Whoa, Loda still hit by that. That's kind of bad, but he won't be initiated upon. Dragon Steel coming out. They want to try. Oh, they already took down Paz. BKB's turned on. Also for Fada, but he can't get that much with it. It will be Soxka that dies. Miguel, he still has his lead. Will be forced to use it soon. The Doom up on S4. He doesn't seem to care at all. He just continues bashing people with his flames. Who cares about Doom on a Dragon Knight once he's already used his BKB? And also, oh, Aki. Is there going to be a Frostbite? No, there's not. There's not going to be a Dragon Tail anymore either. That's going to be Shadow Demon at least picked up. Triple kill for Shadow Demon himself, though, as he picked up the Bane right before he died. A 2 for 4. That I can't believe that they put the Doom on the Dragon Knight that already had popped his BKB and his Dragon form.
Nah, that was really weird. But something I'd like to mention about the Bristleback here is that his name is Bristleback, right? Not Bristol Front. So you have to turn your ass to your enemies to really deal the damage. He didn't do that in that fight. Maybe because he's a gentleman. I don't know. But he didn't do it.
Oh, that's kind of awkward. Not tanky enough that way. And he died for it, so he paid. That was the second last tier 2 tower, still only one standing on the top lane. There is a Roshan back up again, so I'm expecting Alliance to want to try and get that one first. And then with their next rotation, take out a tier 2 while winning a fight and go high ground if they can. So far, Sigma, they're still very much on the back foot. 12k gold behind and 12k experience behind. And what do you think right now that Sigma needs to get back in this game? Is there any specific item or a specific fight that they have to have? Or both?
I think it's really important how the Doom and the Fiend script is used in the fights. I think that's maybe the most important thing. And SF is already 16, so and he has his BKB, so that's what's going good for them. But on the other hand, Mirana has no damage, so I would see damage on Mirana and the usage of the ultis in the right way. It's really important.
Immortality.
Yeah, and Roshan will be taken by Slark. So, but yeah, I fully agree. They have to have everything going well, or get pickups, like for example the one that they're gonna get in the Shadow Demon. There's no way he's gonna get a life out of the life from this one, but they used a Fiend script for it. That might be the Q that Alliance needs to go in, because as you said, those Fiend script and Doom are very important. In they go. S4, does he have enough damage to take them off before? Oh my god, he might actually die. He will get picked off. That is a big deal. Still Visage dies here on the bottom lane as Loda gets picked up as well. That Doom will not kill him actually. Nope, he's fine. I was never worried. He still has his Aegis, but that was really bad. I don't know what he was thinking. Well, I thought he was gonna kill them. I guess he thought so too, but in the end...
That was, I don't know, the minus armor from the SF, the right click and Mirana was definitely enough, so... And this SF is going for an Eye of Skadi, which is a good item here, I think. Even though I hope Mirana is getting damage enough if I'm rooting for Sigma, because I think they will lack damage anyway, so...
Don't you think the Shadow Fiend is going for something maybe like a Manta style or something else?
No, because I saw the other orb on the chicken.
Ah,
that's why.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would never have guessed that. Really not.
Yeah, I was also thinking, like, that's surprising. Oh, Loda. He just pounced, and I think he's gonna be in way over his head. He does pop his BKB, but the Requiem of Souls doesn't matter. I don't know why he did that Requiem of Souls. There was a BKB on Loda. We'll jump up on Sokska. Nice Nightmare coming out from Matt again. He is seeming to find his rhythm again. Starstorm coming out as well. Loda still has an Aegis. He looks like he's gonna use it as well. Oh, pounces away from that right click. Maybe Bulldog can finish it off, but he eats an arrow. It's only a short range arrow though, so they are gonna take down the Doom. The rest of Sigma is trying to run for their lives, and it seems to be successful. That means that everybody of Alliance is back here in this middle lane. Like said, there's still one tier 2 tower left standing. Perhaps they want to take that down first, but with the Doom dead, maybe they find their this is their opportunity to go high ground.
Yeah, they should go because SF also used his ulti, so... But did you see how much slow that poor Doom had on him? Because of the Rodovatus and combined with Goo?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh, they go for Matt. He still puts himself in a nightmare, but goes down straight after. Nice familiar disables, just delaying the fight slightly. Giving more time for that Doom to come back, of course. Scotty actually ready up on Fada. He went all in for this. If he goes down, there's no buyback, but he seems to be getting the job done for now with the raises, with right clicks. Are they gonna go in? There's another Dragon Tail up. Nice deny from Fada. Tower still dead though, and the Rax still under siege. Bulldog already bashing on that melee Rax. Doom, very slow. And in they come. Doom already up on Loda, but Miguel seems like he's gonna feel the results. Nice Moonlight Shadow actually keeps him up, and Loda, he'll use his Aegis. We'll be back in just a moment. In the meantime, S4 doesn't really care about heroes. He cares only about those barracks, and he'll be joined by Loda for that one. BKB turned on by S4. Now he cares. No, still cares only for the buildings. Melee Rax taken down. The Fiend script comes out actually, and S4, his BKB duration is gonna run out. Nice disruption again, keeping him safe. And now with the Moonlight Shadow off cooldown, Loda wants to go for Miguel still. Miguel leaps away. They go for Fada instead. Fada goes down. Requiem of Soul still does quite a bit of damage to S4 and Bulldog, but they will both live. As now it is Alliance that backs himself up. They're so way too low. Everybody is so low. The Soul Assumption. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god, Pass is gonna be face bombing for that one. Oh, you would have got...
What's going on, Shiva? Why are they missing so much?
Oh, I don't know. Are they tired or are they... What? Something is wrong, but oh... Just...
that was really bad, actually.
That Soul Assumption would have killed Crystal Maiden. I shouted too loud, so I actually put my hand in front of my mouth because it was too loud. It shouldn't have happened.
No, it shouldn't.
It's one of those things that, I'm gonna say it again, what I said earlier this game, that shouldn't happen on this level of Dota. And the rest of the fight went so well for them. They were able to go toe-to-toe for so long, or at least hold the Lions back. Of course, the sustainability of Alliance still allowed them to pick up the racks in the end. But, I mean, they took a long time for that one.
Yeah. Now, what I would like to just say that there's maybe a lot of stress in Sigma right now, because these mistakes that they do are not really them. I mean, I think Sigma is a good team, and they don't really do these mistakes. So if you have a lot of stress, if someone in the team is in a bad mood, for example, you can be playing much worse, and I think that's what's going on here. But again, I have to say, EGM with his disruptions. Oh,
yeah,
middle.
Nice pin script. EGM will get picked off there. Good kill. No disruption
of course, when
to
I'm
save
gonna
his
say
life.
something good about him.
But if they can get, oh my god, that's already a good trade for Alliance. If they can get more out of that one, BKB TP out for the Shadow Fiend. That's a BKB down to 5 seconds right now. Mad will get picked off there still. Wicked sick for the Slark as S4 finds himself. Why does he always have a haste room?
He plays very nice there, yeah. And he runs past the kill and gets the other stun. I mean, he's a real professional player.
Yeah. And they saw the courier flying there, so they're gonna see that coming back as well. Looks like Soxka will be teleporting himself home, no surprise. And I think they're gonna see if they can find the courier as well, but we'll find out. Nah, the courier's gonna be micro.
Getting a hood pipe?
Yep, pipes.
Has fallen.
I don't know what kind of magical damage he wants to kind of block at this point.
That pisses me off. Why the fuck is he getting a pipe?
It feels like it would keep him safe from Crystal Maiden's freezing field. From the breathe fire.
Ah, that's just annoying.
From the Novas. From the Quills.
He might as well just buy a hat for all his money.
A hat.
At least the hat looks good.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry for it. No, but seriously, can you give me a real explanation for that pipe?
I guess the Quills.
Radiant's top tower.
The Quills are physical.
Oh, I thought that, but that's the only reason I can think of. Like freezing field and breathe fire. You know,
I
they're
guess
the only thing.
Slark has some magical damage. I don't know.
Well, yeah, maybe... but the Dark Pact. I mean, that's magical damage. But it's, you know, after it's over, it's over. It's not gonna be. It's not enough to buy a pipe for, I think.
I don't think so either. Maybe. You know, all those misclicks that the other teammates did, he did that on the pipe, and then he decided to keep going for it.
I'm not gonna accept that one. Looks like we're gonna see Alliance trying to fight here on top. Sigma has left their base. They're already backing off though, they feel like there's something wrong.
No more new item on Bristleback, but he pretty much doesn't need anymore. Loda picked up a Basher. Lincoln's on the way on EGM, and BKB on Crystal Maiden. So okay, that pipe was good. The pipe was good. I take it back.
The BKB on the Crystal Maiden. Yeah, that's legit. I mean, with the Deadless on the Dragonite as well, he is the one. I mean, I'm coming back from what I said during the draft. I kind of like the Dragonite pick because it does allow them to push just so much faster. That's what it gives right now. Moonlight Shadow already popped. There's Sentry Wards aplenty though, so we'll see how long they can stay alive. And actually, the Sentry Ward of Sigma is. Oh,
that's a really nice arrow.
Fiend Skip up on the Dragonite in the meantime, so no disruption. Dragonite picked off that arrow. That arrow just made sure that was possible. He was about to disrupt, couldn't make it happen. Aki will be chased down as well. Should be taken down by Miguel, and that's gonna be 3 dead on the side of Alliance and 0 dead on the side of Sigma. Unless Loda can make a difference, he just jumps in 5-on-1. Why, Loda? Why? Run! Pops his BKB, doesn't have a teleport. Will be able to leap away, but I don't think it's gonna be fast enough. Dark Pact still gonna be there, still running, still getting his health back because Shadow Dance is just slightly OP. He's fine.
My god,
he's gonna pounce.
That hero.
That hero, he can apparently jump into 5 people of the enemy team and still walk away. No problem. And actually, he saved Crystal Maiden's life because they figured he was a higher target. So Aki lives. Picked up a haste rune, ran for his life, made it to the fountain. That means that there's only 2 dead rather than 3.
Did I lose you?
No? Hello?
Good. That's good. Hello, hello. I'm waving with my hand. My own right hand.
I just waved back with my left one because my right one is on the mouse.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. But I'm at a loss on how... Well, I was at a loss on how Sigma could come back. But if they find more of those arrows... I mean, that arrow was perfect.
Yeah, that was an amazing arrow. And at the same time, they had the grip, I think, on DK, so they couldn't counter it with the Shadow Demon.
He was in the middle of his casting animation to do that.
Yeah, but now it's looking better for them. I mean, Shadow Fiend has 4k gold, and he is level 19, he has his full scatty, he has his black king bar, so... and towers are starting to fall, as you mentioned earlier. So, who knows? I think Mirana needs one more item to really turn this game, though.
Yeah, they need her as a bit of a semi-carry. Her mount style is there, but it's not enough. She needs more survivability. On the other side, Loda is already looking for his third Aegis, and this time there will be a cheese as well. So that will be good for Alliance again, who has just been the dominators of Roshan. Sigma, though, I mean, yeah, they're getting more space here on the map, and I think that's really good for them. They've got the gold graph still, of course, in favor of Alliance, but it's kind of plateaued because Alliance hasn't been getting anything for a while now. And yeah, the Shadow Fiend, I'm curious if it's enough, because he is very fat for sure. And we see on the gold graph that he is the only one that can keep up with the 3 cores of Alliance. But the second highest on Sigma, the difference is so big. It is still Soxka that is highest, second highest on the net worth, and it's just it troubles me a bit that the rest is so far behind.
Structures are fortified.
Yeah, and now Loda has an Abyssal Blade too, and the BKB is only 4 seconds now, Shiver. It's really hard for them to defend this.
And they're gonna have to try. The pounce already hits. BKBs. No, Abyssal first. Now he can go in. Never mind. That's gonna be a buyback for Fada because he needs to be here. Or he teleports in to the fight. Maybe looking for a Fiend's Group. He actually does a bit of an awkward teleport. The Moonlight Shadow actually blocking their escape, perhaps. They can make something happen here. Arrows. No, this time they're dodged. In comes BKBs. Requiem of Souls, but the BKBs on Alliance are already gone. Sigma is trying to do their best. The pipe is on. Let's see how much it helps. Aki goes for the freezing field. The pipe. It works out though. The Doom still dies. Mad. He'll get picked up as well. That's going to be a double kill. That's going to be the GG as a team wipe is here. They still managed to burn the Aegis, but that's the only thing they got done there. The Alliance will be the one that continues to be the better of these two teams. And with that, give Sigma their second loss in Star Series, who was only sitting on 1 loss thus far. What a game. I have to say, I mean, strong playing from Alliance. They just... Once that Slark started rotating, Sigma had very little chance because Slark rotating compared to Morana's rotating, the difference was noticeable. Outplayed, outpicked, or outlaned?
I think they were outplayed in this game. I mean, if you look at the lanes, Shadow Fiend had a really nice lane middle, but once the roaming started, as you said, but not only from Slark, from the others as well, you could clearly see Alliance was hungrier and they were better today, and I'm really happy to see that because I was a little bit worried about Alliance performance lately, and they just look stronger and stronger, and I'm proud to be an Alliance fan today.
Okay, well, we're gonna jump ourselves to the next game. This was, of course, the 3rd game. We still have 2 more games tonight. The next one will be Rock's Kiss, so that is indeed Goblak's team, and they'll be taking on the team that we've already seen earlier today. And the team that hasn't been able to get any real win in just yet, apart from the one that they got a default win for, it is Cupad. Cupad versus Rock's Kiss will be our 4th of 5 games today for StarLadder Star Series. We are slightly behind schedule, so you shouldn't have to wait at all for this match to start. Let's hope I am right, and we'll be right back.